Hi there, thanks for joining me. Got a little project on this week. I'm going to do the matting, decorative gravel all on this area here at the side. So yeah, it's going to look absolutely stunning.
Yeah, total transformation.
So we're going to use the plastic matting to put down a nice firm surface to put the gravel into. Then it'll all set and hold the gravel all in place. I'm not going to have any gravel moving about or getting any divots or ruts. We've got to dig this out. We're going to go down 25 centimetres, 250 mil.
Going to do it all by spade as well. No diggers involved in this. This is proper DIY.
Hardcore. With membrane top and bottom, a screed of sand.
This will just give us a really nice level finish at the end.
The matting and then the decorative stone on the top. I should just drop straight in and click in place.
This just goes together really easily and gives it that really professional finish. You can see how quickly we can drop that down and it all interlocks.
So yeah, it's going to be a nice job. It shouldn't take too long to get this done. It's 43 square metres approximately, but it does dip down, it drops off. So we've got a bit of levelling to do to get it in line with the pathway and the end of the drive to make it all look absolutely lovely and flat and nice. If you're unsure on how much materials you need and you want to use this Renocell designing tool, it's fantastic. You can literally click onto there, start designing. You go straight through to a Google image of your house. You go over the area that you want to measure. So you click start measuring. You just go over the area, you drag the little dots around the area there. You see what we've got, the house, the land and the garden there we want to develop. And it tells you exactly how many square metres you need. Then you go to the calculator and it tells you how much gravel you need, how much sand, how much hardcore. The works. It works it all out for you. Then prices, buy it now, click.
And because of the video, Renocell have offered to give you 10% off using discount code AANTON11. Right, let's get back to the job in hand. You can see how dry the ground is. We've had no rain at all. It's been baking hot. But I'm hoping this ground is going to be quite soft because the house is only 3 years old and this is all recently laid. You can see the area we've got to develop there. We've got to dig all of that grass out. And as you come down, you can see the drop off there. We've got to build this up along this borderline. That drain is a problem because that runs absolutely spot on the line of the border, as you can see there. So we're going to have to come slightly over to the right, running the line down. That's where we want to be, and that's the top layer where we want to finish. So you can see the drop off there and how much we've got to build it up.
Yeah, let's get digging.
Spades to the ready. I'm using my Bulldog spades. I've got two of these. They are flipping magic. They really do cut out. And because the ground, like I say, it's quite dry, if we can get this spade in and pull a chunk out, it's going to be great. It will just really get through it. I think I need a bit of help, though. He's getting hot. He's got his shirt off. But this is coming out in nice chunks.
Bit of a way to go. Day one. About 4 hours of digging.
Calling the troops. Nick's come to give me a hand. Oh, God, he's talking rubbish again. The stuff you get up to when you're digging holes. And this is the skip man. Fantastic. Persimmon Homes have donated this skip for us. I can't thank them enough. And I say this skip, they kept coming and empty it every time I filled it up. Because they're still building on the estate, they're quite keen to keep the customers happy who are living in their houses. So when they found out about the video, they said they'd give us a hand and drop us some skips in. I just whacker this dirt down because it's so dry. The whacker works brilliant on this. It will pack it down, as you can see, and give us a nice firm base to drop the hardcore onto. The good old whacker. This was an eBay purchase about 20 years ago, and I've used it so much over the years. You can rent them and hire them, but if you're doing a job like this, sometimes it is cheaper to buy a second-hand one than it is to rent them out because they can be paying 50 quid a day.
Well, what do you think? Had a fantastic day today. We've got half of the drive, at least half of it dug out. We've gone down 25 centimetres, whacked it down. Still got the rest of it to go there. The driveway does slope down over here, so we've not got to take as much out. So massive thank you to Persimmon Homes for donating the skip to the video. Thank you for that, appreciate it. tomorrow we've got the delivery coming. We've got membrane, which is going down next. Then we've got the hardcore going in there. That's coming tomorrow as well. I think we've got about 18 bags of that. Then there'll be a bit of screeder sand, and then the matting and the decorative stone on the top. So we've still got plenty more to do. Also, we've got to put a fence in at the bottom there just to retain. There's going to be about, I don't know, 18 inches of mill waste that's holding back. So I've got to just build that up with some concrete posts and some fencing just to make a little retaining wall in. But yeah, that's all to come. Let's crack on.
First lot has arrived.
So when we're digging down, how do we get the line right? How do we know where we want to be? My points of reference is the footpath over there, the driveway on this side here, and the flat plane. So although it's not going to be level as in spirit level, it's going to be flat. So we're going to be running, like I say, right off of this edge to this wall I've got here, which is a great retaining wall. So the gravel is going to run to the top of this wall along here. So I'm using a string line from the top of the wall at the point there, across to the driveway, and also from the top of the wall across to the pathway. And that's going to be my reference point. Get the tape measure, drop down 25 centimetres. That's where we're digging to.
There's the string line. I can leave that in place while I'm going and just gives us a good reference. We can see where we're going with it.
We've got this fantastic matting. This is the Renocell grid. This is what we're going to be putting down on the driveway. All interlocks into each other, and it's a really nice quality. You can just tell it's got the extra strength beading on the back as well, which the last lot I put down wasn't as good as this. So yeah, it's definitely an improvement. It all interlocks together, but I did have issues when I did it before. I was putting it in wrong. There is an order you've got to do it, and Jordan is going to just tell us about laying it and which order to put it in, just to get it absolutely spot on. We've got a run now, the long run across the front. We're going to be starting from the top corner. And you said when we're starting in the corner, we want the male noggins to be pointing forwards.
So if we call them male and female, you can call them whatever you want, but you'd want the female ones facing to you and to the left-hand side.
Yeah.
And that's if you're working right, from left to right and forwards.
Yeah.
So that every time you put one down, you're always going on top of the next one rather than trying to
lift it
and
yeah.
get it underneath. So if you go, like if you were to go forward, keep it that same left and
straight in there.
Yeah, and then when you're going across, same again. And then when you've got that awkward one, which has got two sides to attach, it's always
just dropping straight in.
Just straight in. Job done.
Easy when you know how. So what's the advantage of using this matting rather than just putting the gravel straight down onto hardcore? What benefits do we get from using this?
So apart from the fact that you can do it yourself and construct a driveway basically by yourself, it takes away the ruts and stuff with the gravel moving.
Yeah, because we did have that before. I saw somebody's, I did just a pea gravel drive, and the wheels of the car would just sink in it.
It's like walking through sludge.
Yeah, it is, yeah. You were forever raking it and just having to make it look nice. You had to keep raking it every week.
So once you've prepared the ground, it's obviously all porous as well, so you're not getting extra water going into the already overused sewers.
Yeah.
But once you've whacked this down, all the gravel and it sets solid. So it's like it's
almost like a concrete.
A porous concrete. It's that solid.
Yeah. No, it's cracking. That is. That's going to look absolutely brilliant. Could be a good job.
Hopefully.
You got a spade with you?
I've left it at home on purpose.
So Renocell supply the gridding, but they use Travis Perkins to supply all the aggregates. They get a fantastic trade deal because obviously buying so much of it, and they can pass that on to the customer, so you get a fantastic price. You can see here we're digging still.
So I've got a majority of this dug out now. There's just a little bit in the middle there that we've just got to clear off when the skip gets emptied. So I'm going to start with this heavy duty membrane. This is going to go down now on top of the dirt that we've dug out, so it's going to give us a barrier to stop any roots or any weeds from the bottom coming up, and also it'll stop the hardcore getting sort of intermingled with the dirt and give us a decent solid sub base. So yeah, let's get a layer of this down, then we can start putting hardcore on the top of it, and yeah, we'll clear out that later on. On this we've got the overlay lines, so as long as we just overlap, then we're going to have no issues.
Again, really simple to lay down. Just kick it out, get it rolled out, lie it flat, and then it folds out double. So for every sort of roll you're getting two. Chuck a bit of gravel on it, stop it blowing about. God, the wind. When the wind catches it, it goes like a kite.
Right, let's go for a bag split, see if we can get some of this into here.
It's always easier if they stack the bags, one on top of the other. The top bags are so much easier to get into the wheelbarrow. Just cut them down and auto-filled. We've got 16 bags of MOT Type 1 sub-base and 3 bags of sand. And then when we're ready, we've got another 2 deliveries of the nice decorative gravel. So we've got 4 bags come in first, and then we'll have an extra 4 bags come in when we're ready, when we've got the matting down. So we can drop it straight on. Let's get this Type 1 MOT out and onto this matting. We can get as much as we can done until we get that skip emptied, and then we'll continue a bit further. You just got to make use of your time. You've just got to do what you can. Obviously, you know, your skips and stuff, you have to get those picked up. You have to order and tell them when you need to come and get it collected. But you just got to work around that. We'll get this raked out to a level, and then we can get the whacker on it and bash it all down again. Just spread it about. It's like being on the beach, building a sandcastle. Looking good. Keep on dropping the barrows in. And there we go, skip man's in. We're going to get this one dropped up onto the path there so I can clear all that out now. Yes, there we go, as if by magic. We'll check his measurements, make sure we're the right kind of level. And it's all looking good. We've got plenty of drop on that. We can cover that up with the membrane again. Ready for the hardcore to go over the rest of it. I'll get this over as far as I can, but don't forget I've got that retaining wall to go in. So we've got to just... well, I can't go too far with the hardcore just yet, but we'll get it over most of it. And it rained a bit on us. That was the first rain we'd had. It absolutely chucked it down. We had hail and everything. But there you go, got some more help in. Everybody gets involved. Proper DIY, a full family effort. We'll get this whacked down now. That's going to give us a really good solid base to work from. You can see there we've got the level almost perfect. Cracking bit of kit, the old whack up.
That looks amazing. So using that calculator on the Renocell website, if you're unsure of how much mill waste, how much MOT that you need to put into the whole sand and the topping stones, just use that calculator because it's so simple. You just put in your area, it tells you exactly what you need, how much you need, and it all comes straight to the door. And look at that, we're absolutely spot on. I've got a bit left just to fill in the gap down the back there when I put that retaining wall in. Bang on. Let's get in there, let's put this fence in so we can build a retaining wall, and then we can go right up to it with the hardcore. Let's crack on. So I've got a couple of issues down here. Obviously the wall comes down there and it's going to have some kind of footings that I've got to chop away. So I'm going to have to get in there and do a bit of chiseling. We'll dig that out, we'll get the post in there then. It's got to go down 2 feet into the ground because it's obviously got a bit of weight behind it. And same on the other side there. I've got to chop away that concrete that runs up to the curbing on the pathway just so I can get right up to it with my concrete post. See, it's got a bit of chiseling and a bit of chopping to do. Yeah, let's get chopping.
Got the trusty old spade again. Great spade for digging post holes because it's so thin and long. You can really get down there. Another skip needed.
I've got this weighty spade. This is great for digging the holes. It goes in, squeeze together, pull the dirt out straight away. Tell you what though, it didn't have to take some moving because it's heavy. This is looking great. It looks like the footings are really low down. I might just get away without having to chop anything out. Just get this mud out. I've not hit anything yet. Still going down, still not footings. A bit of gravel down there, but that's all right. Unbelievably, we haven't hit any footings of the wall. It goes really deep. How cool is that? Here comes the first post.
So we just lower that into the hole. These are big old things, they're heavy to handle.
And I've marked on the fence there where we want to be. Just needs to go down a tiny bit. Yeah, just there. We'll get a level on that and make sure it's about right, and then we can pack that one in. Let's have a bit of hardcore in the bottom.
Just stop that post coming forward.
Just pack that down a bit. There you go, that ain't going nowhere. And we've got some fence mix to go in the bottom there. This is the rapid set. We'll get that straight in the hole. Perfect. So from our line there, 2 kickers is 62 centimetres. 62. Let's get a line in.
Digging again. So we're going to put in a nice trench all the way across to the pathway, so we can sink this first run in. Looking good. Now we've got to remove this concrete. It's just around that bit of curbstone where we're going to put the big post in. We've got a nice corner post to go in. It weighs a ton. These are extra thick and extra heavy, but they go both ways, so it's a really tidy finish. We'll get that level with a string line. Get it up nice and straight. Spirit level again. A few compliments from the neighbours as well, even better. We'll get that one in and drop one straight onto the top of it. And the key to these is you slide the concrete kickers in, then you put the post in, trap it all, get it all in nice and compact, and then pop your next post down. You can see I've got that dead level look right in line. And do the same thing again. One on top of the other, bit of post mix in. I'm setting the 2 in, so that's going to bring us up to level. Then we've got one more to go on top. There's going to be 3 kickers on each of these on the retaining side. Just need to cut that one down a little bit, and we're going to slide that straight down between those 2 posts there, just to make up that little gap on the end. 2 of us, look, get the helping hand in. Oh, Phoebe's got some muscles. Slide that all the way down. Looks amazing. Then you just wet the post mix with a bit of water, and away we go. We can now rake that up to the level and just tap down around the edges. I don't want to put the whacker up too close to this because it's not fully dried yet, the post mix, but a little tapping around there with my little plunger, and I can get the whacker on that tomorrow. Then we'll slide in the extra ones just to bring that up to level, and then fence posts in. Fence panels, and there you go, look, looking really nice. This one just got to build that up slightly because that one's slightly deeper than the other 2, and that'll bring the fence panel up nice and level. Just used a couple of 50mm lats there, and then that's perfect. Looks good to the eye now. We can get on with putting these extra posts in. So it's just a case of chopping the concrete away, digging out, and then putting the posts in, and everybody else can have a go with a whacker look. You can never have too much whacking, that's what I say. Dad's got his keen eye on it, not making sure it's nice and level.
Okay, so we're all up to level now. Everything is whacked down. The hardcore is all bashed in. So now we can get on with getting the screed of sand over the whole lot. We want about 20mm of sand covering the whole driveway, and then we can level that out, whack it down again, another layer of membrane, and then we can put the matting on the top, the gridding on the top, ready for the gravel to go in. So yeah, let's get some sand on here and get it all whacked down again.
So we just chuck a bit of sand out, rake it out, using the rake the other side up, so Phoebe's not being silly or anything.
Right, let's go again then. If you give it a bit of that as well while you're doing it, it just helps it.
We use the rake upside down so the prongs are pointing upwards, and then you don't go digging all the stones up.
Yeah.
So we just give this a shimmy. I've got a big gravel board here just to drag it along and level this out, just to bring the sand. It gives us a a good base to go to, and then we can say just finish the raking lot, rake upside down, just pull that sand, drag it around, and then we can whack the whole lot down when we've got it about right. We'll just get it started. There we go. It's off again. Making good use of this week. You see straight away how level that is. Got his next delivery. This is some of the stone now, the top decorative stone coming. This is the first batch. So we've got 2 of these coming. We'll get this first lot down, and then we'll have the second lot, which we can put straight on top of the matting. But this will keep us going for a couple of days.
The magic.
We can get this fence finished off. We just drop them panels in now. The posts are all set.
Because of the angle on this corner one here, we've got to just take a bit out of that edge there on the panel to get that one to go in. Oh, like a glove. Like a glove. Oh, that looks beautiful. Oh, let's have a look from the front.
Yeah, look at that. That looks amazing. Really pleased with that. That's just closed all that off, makes it look, well, it makes it look like it's our driveway.
Finish off this end post here. Just got a piece of the 50mm lath, chamfered the end on it, and then that's going to go in there, looking absolutely lovely. So let's just get some silicone on the back of it, and that'll stick that to that. Beautiful. Just pop a bit on the top just to stop the water getting down the back.
That just really finishes that post off. What's next? Let's get some of this membrane down. This is the second layer going on, straight over the top of the sand. Gives us a chance to join some of these gridding together as well. So if you join them into 4, then you get like a metre squared, which obviously then makes it easier when we're actually laying it. So we can drop these into 4s and put them on this, hold it all down, stop the wind blowing it.
So why would you choose this Renocell matting over other stuff? It's sturdy, it's made of ABS plastic, easy to fit, it clicks together nicely, but it's also got this unique design feature where you can see we've got strengtheners on the back of some of the cubes, but on some of them you've got holes. That then allows the stones to penetrate through and give it some bite so it doesn't shift about underneath. All of the ones with the holes missing, they've got the reinforced sides on them to give it the extra strength. So the shape and the pattern, just going to be a really good product to use. So let's get it all clicked down, get it all laid together, starting from left to right. We're going to leave a little gap between the pathway on both sides. So the first one is going to sit in, and we're going to leave a small gap either side, but just to allow for the concrete that sticks up. So yeah, we're still below, aren't we? So we should be good. Should be good at that. That's going to bash in a bit, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that.
About there.
Yeah, well, you got it there.
About there. Right then. That's one in. Let's go and find some more. So that now should just drop straight in and click in place. And then when we're going forwards, again the same thing. That should now just drop straight in. Oh, as easy as that. Thank you. And the line we're really interested in is this straight edge here. If we can keep this running all the way down, that edge there, it curves around, so we're going to have to do some cuts on it. But if we can keep this edge straight, it's going to look nice. Let's get that run all the way in.
Quite methodical. just one after another. Keep dropping them down. And like I say, if you get the chance to put a few of these together into fours, which makes them the metre squared, it speeds this process up. It makes it go in so much easier when they're in the bigger packs.
So this one now is interlocking on this side and that side, and we just bring it in, line the clips up, and then just stamp it down. Gorgeous, look at that. That looks amazing. So when it comes to these bits we've got to cut round, we can just bring that in, mark it up where it needs to be. So we just need to cut out one cube from there. So if I take that and along there, that should then fit.
I'm using the Milwaukee hacksaw. It's just a rip saw. If you've got anything like this, it's going to speed up the process of cutting. And it makes it so much easier just to go through it. Just hold it in your hand, chop straight through it. I've got a coarse metal blade in there at the minute, but you can go through it with a wood blade as well. You see that it soon makes light work of that.
Oh, and another. Oh no, hang on, over there. That's it, and it's there, isn't it? I was losing that first peg, then I was trying to put it in the first one again. Top, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Flying. Cooking on gas.
I think we've definitely got enough of that down now to get these first 4 bags of gravel out. So let's slit these bags, drop some out, and then we can get barring and spreading it about. I don't know, there's just something about slitting these bags and watching all the stones tumble. Big thanks to Nick for helping me out. Spread the load a bit, definitely. You can see we're soon getting through this this stone.
Right, I should try and drag it. I don't know if you're going to, but it might be too heavy. Give it a go. Let's see what happens. Yeah, here we go. What's this ripping wicker flying? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
You've seen the world's strongest man. Oh, this definitely ain't it.
All that energy just to drag that little piece.
My turn on the rake. Let's get some of this spread out a bit. Just drag it down, keep moving it about. We'll get the whacker on it as well in a minute, and we'll pull all that down as well with the whacker. It just levels it out. It doesn't really go down too far, but it the gridding holds it all in place, and that vibration just makes it go hard inside the gridding. So like it gives it this concrete effect, if you like, and the weight that it's holding in there. There's quite a lot of weight there with that. Got the old whacker. Look at the difference it makes. You can see how smooth it goes when you put it on there. And if you pull the whacker backwards when you're going along, if you find a high spot, you think that somewhere's a little bit high, if you drag the whacker backwards, it'll pull the gravel backwards and bring it level like that. See how it just pulls it back, and you know you're not gone too deep because you can't see the matting. And sometimes it's easier than raking by dragging the whacker backwards. Like I say, it's a cracking bit of kit. It really is. You won't be able to do this job without it. Like I say, find a high spot, just let the whacker go over the high spot, drag it backwards, It just pulls the gravel back and away you go. It's surprising how much further you get going when you start doing this. You can see it filling them extra squares in as we keep pulling it backwards. You think you've got it level and then you just find a little bit of thick and just pull it back and it drops it down again. Because this top stone's really expensive, so you've got to make sure that you spread it out correctly, otherwise you're going to use too much and it's going to cost you a lot more on the job. But you can see there, once we've got it all down, it looks lovely. We can go around this tree, chop a bit out of there. Yep, that's got room to grow. And we can just pop that in there. Nice, looks lovely. 2 full blocks there, so that's 2 square metres going in there. 8 square cubes of matting. Just cut these little ends off. Make it fit up against the wall. Some of these we've got to cut right the way down, but again, it's nice and easy. It's not a difficult job with the rip saw. Clip those into place.
So it's the last bit going in. It's not took that long to do it, and yeah, it's gone quite a long way, to be fair. There we go. It looks absolutely stunning. I'm really pleased with it. Let's get the rest of that gravel down.
So we've got his next Renocell delivery by Travis Perkins. Another 4 bags.
Some nice fresh gravel arrived. So that's the last delivery of gravel, and that's the great thing about this system. You can stagger your deliveries so you're not overwhelmed with bags of gravel. We'll say bye to Travis Perkins. See you later, mate. Yeah, like I was saying, you can stagger your delivery times, and also it gives you a chance then you can lay your matting down and drop the gravel on top of it, and it's easier to spread. So let's get these last 4 bags down on the matting on the grid and get it finished off.
Do the barrowing first. We've got these long runs up the top here. We'll get all those dropped in and raked across. Fill the gaps in. There's one gone. Get another one split. Look at them barrows going in, look. There's plenty of shoveling going on here. There's another one gone. And I'm looking, thinking, am I going to have enough? Is the Renocell calculator worked it out correctly? It's not looking too bad. It's going to be close, that's for sure. We'll get this last bit into the corner. We're on the last bag and it's going down, but we're getting there.
Now this is seriously impressive. We've done the whole driveway. This is the last bag. We've just got this small bit here to do, and look how much gravel's left in there. Just enough. Just enough. So when I pull this bag out of the way, it's going to be a bit of a blank spot. We should better spread that about, and just shows you that Renocell calculator is really good, really accurate. Let's get this last bit down.
Someone's not had his spinach. Come on, Popeye.
To ever. Have to dig a bit more out. Right, that's the gravel down. Let's go and get the whacker, give it one final whacking down, and we're done.
See there, the level is amazing, and the matting is completely covered. We've got our 20mm over the top, so we've got a stone's worth covering all the matting right the way across the drive. So pleased with how this has come out. We've got it levelled out, like I say, from the pathway all the way down to the edges, all round the tree. It just looks sublime. I mean, there's room on there for about 5 cars now.
And just on this side, behind the fence, I've just put the gravel board into the boundary of the house.
Well, there we go. It's all done, it's all complete, the driveway is finished. I'm so pleased with it, it looks amazing. A bit of rain on there and it'll just wash all the dust off and it'll look glistening and shiny and beautiful. A massive thanks to Renocell, their website, the matting and everything, the measurements are absolutely perfect. Renocell use Travis Perkins for all of their materials. So it's a nationwide company, so wherever you live in the UK, you can get this stuff dropped off. And because they're buying it in such bulk, Renocell get a great discount which they're passing on to people who want to use the business. So you are getting a great discount, and also we've got the 10% off Anton 11 code which they've done because they know we're making a video, so they've offered this discount to you guys as well, so you can get 10% off all your products. I think there's also a 50% off the matting if you put your order in, so at the minute it's an absolute bargain. So if you're thinking of doing your driveway, have a look on that website, give them a shout, and yeah, it will look something like this, which I say, it's amazing, it's beautiful, it's level, it's gorgeous. It's made such a difference to the house. If you've enjoyed this video, please drop me a like, subscribe, and another little thank you to Persimmon Homes for the skips again, because that was amazing. So yeah, thanks to everybody that got involved, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.